first.
Look around the league. Absolutely essential in Briggs-Romine. Her first swing. Rattled back at her. One area where Orlando would really like to improve is block scoring. Nice play by Kaz Brown. Dug by Vanderweide. And Abercrombie again.
When you look at this matchup, Orlando is the most efficient hitting team offensively in the PBF. Grand Rapids, the best blocking team. So some
challenge in or out, that is done electronically. And nice play.
I love when setters do that. They're chasing.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. But they're trying to chase, get their feet to the ball so they can run the offense. So the blocker on the other swing for Bastianelli on the right side.
Orlando averages just 2.1 blocks per set. On the other side, Grand Rapids averages 3.1. That's a big differentiation. And that doesn't include all the block touches and deflections and slows.
No, it doesn't. Lindsay Vanderweide took a really nice rip for her.
Emotionally for these young athletes, but you got to do that. Here's Bastianelli having a very nice season. Second in the league to only Caitlin Horde of Atlanta in terms of total blocks. Vanderweide. Oh, that's a really good rip. Lindsay Vanderweide into the starting lineup.
Orlando going relentlessly at the left back defender Bastianelli for Grand Rapids. But Grand Rapids, she's very offensive minded. She runs a quick offense and her location is consistent.
Schneider third in the league in aces, and Ogilvie. Elena Ogilvie is having a fantastic rookie season in the Pro Volleyball Federation, #2 in the Libero jersey. What makes her special?
She's just very confident in her position. She's balanced, has great.
We have one at 8, one when a team reaches 16. Working on Vanderweide. Holdhouse one-on-one. Very good location on the transition set by Shampoo. Kept alive. Pretty good hustle on Carly Snyder.
Take the block.
Holdhouse had an outstanding career at Iowa State, 1,500 kills. That ball to the floor once again away from Ogilvie in her first appearance in a Rise uniform. That was at Las Vegas, the 3-0 win. She was 9 of 28 here. She's left-handed, which makes her a big weapon, but in the backcourt right now. Schwung, perfect block touch. And Robinson has rejected Vanderweide with some help from Foster.
Earlier in the season, when we talked to Amy Pauley about Lindsay Vanderweide, she says, look, people don't want to hit against her. They say, when we play AU with her, she just shuts people down. Block.
Nice reaction by Ogilvie. Boy, both teams getting a lot of hands on some of these attacks. There were hands there, yes, by Bastianelli, but you can't stop Natalie Foster. That very pivotal match for both of these teams. Orlando has lost 5 out of their last 6 after winning 9 in a row, and there is no margin for error for the visiting Rise. Supernovas on top of the table have been the most consistent team all season long, but Atlanta, 9 wins in a row. And they've just added Micaiah White to their lineup as well. Abercrombie again, another really good touch. Read by Ogilvie, but Raske could not follow on. And now the lead is extended to 5.
Elena
tore her ACL, her MCL, and her PCL.
At practice on a non-jump day, which just blows my mind.
Yeah, Murphy was having, and I told her so. I just really feel for you, having an outstanding year. That's been a really big adjustment for Orlando, as you pointed out, before first serve.
How about Shampoo, the setter for Orlando Valkyries? We've seen her get really aggressive, calling her own number. Very sneaky and good at the skill. You have to, as a blocker, that's why that short tip drops.
Dug by Abercrombie again. Not a good set in transition, but a very, very intelligent, high IQ volleyball play.
Those transition sets that go that tight to the net, you get a little bit worried, but Brittany Abercrombie does a nice job getting her feet to the ball, pushing the ball into the out of bounds.
She's had a busy and very productive 6 months of professional volleyball. She won Athletes Unlimited in the fall. That's more of an individual competition. That's a good set. Snyder with a good read. Kaz Brown, and got it right on the sideline, and it's hard away from Ogilvy. Ogilvy was there, hard to beat her.
Kaz Brown, super offensive minded. I think Elena Ogilvy just snuck in a little bit, possibly for a tip. She steps into the court, and then Kaz Brown catches her wide.
Kaz Brown,
I think clear.
very good player. She's been missed this year. What a tough serve. Foster again. Ace number 47, first. Foster gives way to one of the two liberos, Shannon Scully on now. She will play in reception. Nalani Osea will play in defense when Orlando is serving. Got to have this. Paige Bromine well off the net. Vendawida away from Otek.
Defense, Orlando's digging some balls with control, giving themselves opportunities to win the rally. This time to Abercrombie, to Vanderweyde out of the back row. Beautiful kill.
Scully on to receive, and Abercrombie, the one time she hits off the left side with another kill.
Brittany Abercrombie uses the entire court, and as a left-handed player, it's so tough to defend. This ball pushed out to the left pin, gets by her shoulder, and she goes deep cross court.
Nice roll shot. Good cover by Shampoo. Ball on Turner. Ogilvy stepping in. Very, very nice set. Abercrombie again. We'll give you her dig numbers. I was looking at it in between sets. Osea with the pancake. Snyder out of the back row. Shampoo again. Brittany Abercrombie off the edge of the block. She's already credited with 5 digs.
Brittany Abercrombie does a fantastic job defending her position. She's never surprised. Reading those tips in the middle. I was not that sneaky. I wish
you weren't wide.
More sneaky. I wish I could rewind and do that.
A lot of rewinding tonight so far. Nicely done out of the middle by Natalie Foster, the 6'4" rookie. 14th pick overall out of SMU. Had 64 aces last year for SMU, and what a number. Still has her share of the $1 million last year?
No, spent quickly.
I agree. A rare dig miss for Elena Ogilvy. Usually that's popped up right to the 3-meter line.
But some can be.
Foster, yeah, it's the little things. It's like when you're out of system, make sure you get the ball first contact on the opposing setter. You tip the middle blocker.
We talk about the length and talent of Natalie Foster, the rookie out of SMU. Look at one of the best blockers in the PVF. Read it perfectly.
Schwann going off speed, reset the point. Holthouse again. Nice dig by Vanderweyde. A really good read. Into the middle of Bastianelli, dug by Shampoo. First contact by the setter. Jensen having to step in. Smart play by Orlando. Long rally. Not really good transition setting right now. Some tough chances. Schwann again, no. Abercrombie found a small hole.
Long rally. Neither team had a good look until that one. This ball set tight in transition. Shampoo to Abercrombie, but Bastianelli, strike by Bastianelli for Grand Rapids.
It was the 6th swing for Bastianelli. Alyssa Jensen has taken 3 swings so far. Double sub on the floor. And that's the shot. Whisked away by the standings. Had won 9 in a row, set a new record that has since been tied by Atlanta. But they've lost 5 out of their last 6 and have undergone some big changes. Vanderweyde!
Lindsay Vanderweyde loves to take big rips on the ball for Orlando. This is a really nice transition ball, Shaftmaster.
Yeah, and Carly Snyder's playing like an all-star in the 2nd set. Give you Grand Rapids remaining schedule in just a moment. That's off the block. Nice play. At Indy on Saturday, at Omaha, home to Indy, home to Atlanta, home to Orlando, and then Omaha to close things out. Everyone.
Snowstorm, a blizzard.
Again.
Yes.
Well, as long as it doesn't happen when we're there. Not to be selfish, just underway here. And Brittany Abercrombie. Abercrombie got a lot of opportunities, kind of went off in the opening set. Did she slow down, or did Grand Rapids do an exceptional job of getting hands in front?
I thought it was Grand Rapids. I mean, Hoppa, that ball in this gap, really nice.
Oh, beautiful set by Shampoo that time to save the opportunity for Kaz Brown.
Shampoo really working hard to get her middles involved more. That's really
7% positive. We talked about kind of a glue player like Courtney Schwann is for Orlando. Pia Timmer is for Atlanta. That ball's still alive. And right back to Kaz Brown. Why not? Number 11 in white. Real leader on this team, Holly.
Pinball defense for Grand Rapids, but then you go to Kaz Brown. Kaz Brown kills the ball and then struts back to that back line, just giving your team so much energy.
Hitting efficiency by set. It's been a roller coaster ride for Orlando. Schwann looking high hands and used all of the court that time.
Courtney Schwann, high volleyball IQ out of the University of Washington, just deep to the cross court where there's no defender. Alyssa Jensen does really nice work to close that seam.
Jensen saw her. There's no question about that. And Natalie Foster on the gap from Shampoo. Ace servers in this match. Carly Snyder had 6 earlier this year, and we were here when Natalie Foster had 6 as well. And there's another. There is nothing you can do about that one.
High contact point, lots of pace, catching that back line, really impressive, adding to her total.
40 leading it 11-8. Tough upcoming schedule for Grand Rapids. Well, according to their coach, and I was buying all of it, Kathy George, you got to focus on what you have in the present. Nice dig by Jensen. Bastianelli again. There's the good roll shot. How would you train what makes for a good roll shot?
It's all about your hand contact. You cock your arm back to swing, disguise it, and then it's the way you get on top of the ball with your hand. Nice block by Bastianelli, and then there on that sharp angle.
Double sub back on with Rasky and Robinson. Kaz Brown doing some work that time. What a good battle between she and Bastianelli.
So fun to watch great middles go to work both offensively and
Snyder high up into the block, but stuffed. Shampoo along with Foster.
Shampoo made sure she was over the net quickly as a blocker, and that's what you need to do. Press your hands, be disciplined.
And Ogilvy had to set that ball underhand because she was inside the 3-meter line by rule. Oh, Bastianelli hesitated. That's a tough run for a middle blocker or for anybody. Ogilvy would have had it, but other than that, pretty tough.
She's got that quick arm, tough to read, and she's got a really nice platform, one of the best passes. She's got big hands, so passes well overhand. She was a big asset for Orlando.
I agree. That must have been a very difficult decision. Nice play through the block by Abercrombie.
Abercrombie on the right side in transition goes inside the hand.
But it's taken 29 swings to get there. Or she'd like to heat it up from the service line. That's where Van de Weyde has got to really step up in reception compared to Adora and I. And that one was really, really good. Perfect pass by Scully, one-on-one. Wonderful recovery that time by Bastianelli. She was out of the play. Abercrombie, and loves that tip, is so good at locating.
The reason that tip works,
I mean, what are you doing there?
She is fiery.
Good set, really good set that time by Shampoo. How many times does Brittany Abercrombie get to hit against an open net?
We talk about accuracy, location. Shampoo loves to push pace, but the location of her set, I would call that a juicy one. Well, can't get up again because she's up with the middle as well.
Back to Abercrombie again, who's using the whole not quite 900 square feet.
3 kills in a row for Brittany Abercrombie in Orlando, in a good position right now.
In a very good position, leading at 23-17. We talk about long string. When you say oh, that is so good. Hornhood, good part. Goes by Shampoo, and what a delivery.
Shampoo is a magician, so good. Magical hands, gets all the way up on the left side of the court.
Kaz Brown again, aggressive setting by Shampoo. How hard is it for a player like Kaz Brown, offense, defense, and back to get into attack mode?
It's so hard, but Kaz Brown does the work. Look at her get off to extra hard work in transition.
Last year's, Swan.
One-on-one block.
Holthouse, the new addition playing in just her second match, is 9 of 31 as a team. Grand Rapids hitting 231 to 240 for Kaz Brown, racking up the kills here in the 4th set. Technical timeout number 1.
When you've got a player like Kaz Brown, emotional leader, give her the ball, feed her, and then look at her share the love. To do, and you could not read where it was going, and it's coming fast.
The floater with pace, I like that. Shampoo really working the middle in this 4th set.
And why not? Kaz Brown and Natalie Foster, big liver, that's all it takes.
Wow, wow. Once again to the middle, and that'll get to the floor. Foster again. Now 6 of 14, no errors.
I still think that set can be a little bit higher than Natalie Foster, but she's able to get her arm through that ball. During the passing rotation, she can do that. She was a left side attacker in Germany.
10 of 33, now is Holthouse, a recent addition. And again, back to the middle. What's the decision-making process now for Shampoo?
Well, I like what Shampoo did with her body. It looked completely like she was going to go back step. Look, she does a little turn down that line as well.
And you saw Jensen in the middle right afterwards, immediately recognizing that that was her miscue. Very poor set. Yosia, that's a much better set in transition. And the result, kill by number 4, Schwan.
Transition setting crucial, and Schwan, the recipient of a nice transition ball, which allows her to work inside the block. Yosia pushes it out.
1 at 8, 1 when a team reaches 16. Oh, what a block by Brown. 1-on-1.
Bastianelli has been so hot for Grand Rapids. Kaz Brown knows they want to get her the ball, gets her feet there, and does the work. Watch Kaz Brown, big press, quick off the floor, and celebrates with her team. Serving some defense.
First ace of the night so far for Grand Rapids. And Kaz Brown cannot be stopped. Racking up the kills.
Setter middle attacker connection has been so good for Orlando tonight. Both teams have got their.
What a good block. Shampoo, 1-on-1.
As a setter, you want to isolate your hitters one-on-one if you can. The advantage always to the hitter. But watch this one. Rasky gets Paige Briggs-Romine one-on-one, but Shampoo makes a fantastic defensive.
Last day of the regular season. Van de Weyde loves to turn the ball off the end blocker.
9th kill for Lindsay Van der Weyde.
as they build momentum towards the playoffs. Van der Weide, one-on-one. That's the set she likes inside.
The reason this play works is Shampoo delays her delivery, holds the ball a little bit more. She's already established Natalie Foster, so Alyssa with her. That isolates Van der Weide.
Match point number 1. Good blocking night for Orlando. Schwan will just keep that ball in play with a big advantage. First of 9 potential match points. Good cover by Shampoo. Abercrombie for the win, not yet. Dug by Yosia. Schwan looking for hands. And gets the ball, not yet. Crowd thought it was over. Shampoo hustling. Still alive. Natalie Foster's laughing in the middle. Crazy point. And that'll do it. Missed out of bounds.
Wow.
What a final point.
Incredible. Never say die.